Hello guys, welcome back to Johnny Tutorials. Today I'm here to tell you about the case history because I have been getting the many messages from the students from different universities. So I feel like making a video so that it will be clear to you and clear to me also. So today the topic we are going to discuss is about the subject which is called internal medicine. Internal medicine is a subject which deals with all the systems of our body. All the systems of our body. Let you take physiological, let you take any like morphological, let you take any branch, we have the solution in the internal medicine. So guys, the people who are having Group 1 examinations, I think they are not concentrating more on internal medicine because you have been confused. Okay, we understand the situation of this corona pandemic situation, so you were unable to read your books and this all. I understand. But before that, we'll have a small introduction on the internal medicine first. After that, case history. See, internal medicine, mostly it deals with the different types of the pathologies, and see like pulmonology, nephrology, gastrology, GIT and cardiology. So the person who is well intelligent, well have a capable knowledge in the internal medicine, on clinical knowledge, and the expert in the clinical knowledge is being called as internist. What's called? Internist. See, internist. So what is this internist is going to do? So here we have the definition. So intern is the specialized of this subject of many branches. Internist. So whenever you start working as a doctor in the hospitals, so most of your senior doctors are going to ask you that, are you good in pathology, are you good in pharmacology, and are you a very good student in internal medicine? Yes, of course, you have to be very good in internal medicine. See, the definition itself tells you. So what is this internal medicine? Internist, the person who is having better knowledge in internal medicine is called the internist, is a specialist. He is having the specialist that he can apply scientific knowledge of clinical and expertise experience to diagnose and to give the treatment. RX is a treatment and compensate the care of adults across the spectrum. The spectrum means, like in the physics you have been studying your spectrums and this all. The spectrum is nothing but the core of the disease of any organ system of our body, across the spectrum, from the health to the complex illness. He can deal with the small problem to the big problems. Maybe this internist is having the better knowledge of pathology. When he is having a better knowledge of pathology, he can easily complete this internal medicine. It's not a big subject. If you have a capable knowledge in the pathology, you can easily complete this internal medicine. So let us study about the case history. What do you mean by case history? There are some environmental diseases, there are some road cases, there are some like different types of diseases like in our daily life. Okay? So whenever you come to the hospital, so think I'm a patient. Myself is Raju, and Raju came to the doctor of John. So here is the name. Okay, this is the case history of a patient that a doctor is taking. So I have been going to the doctor. So doctor has to do what? He has to diagnose. And give you the treatment and the prescription. So treatment and prescription, if the problem is major, is going to advise the other department doctor. If it is not if the case is not very minor, no need to worry. He will be giving you the diagnosis and the prescription. So this is the case history of a patient. So he is the doctor. And the name. The patient came. Patient name is John. Age 23 years old. He is a male. Sex is a male. And occupation, guys. Occupation deals a very important in this. By listening to the occupation, like what he is doing, you can easily tell like what the patient is having the problem. Occupation, whether he is agriculture, whether he is a student, whether he is working in a coal mine, whether he is working in some factories, whether he is working as a labor, whether he is working in the good areas, whether he is working in the bad areas, this all deals. So when you try to get the information of the occupation of a patient, you can easily diagnose the, you know what? You can easily diagnose the 50%. Because occupation, like, okay, example, I'm a student. What is the work of a student? He has to go to the college or school. He has to come home. He has to eat. He has to sleep. He has to go college, eat, sleep, go college, eat, sleep. It is his duty. So I mean to tell you, say I'm a student, then doctor as soon as he got somewhat idea in his mind, because I'm a student, so he came to know, oh, what is the duties of students, what he is going to do at home. So okay, let's go with the next step. Next step is history of present illness. What is the history of present illness? Whether I got fever, how, like whether in what situation I came, whether I came with some itching, whether I came to him with some problem like accident, like RT, road transport accidents, like we have when you study in the surgery, you will be having a road transport accidents. In that road transport accidents, we have different types of accident. Let it be, for example, bumper accident. So whenever car comes and hit my legs, there is a problem of tibia. It's going to be simple or compound. So doctor can diagnose and he can just refer to the orthopedics. Yes? So come on. So let's go to the history of present illness. So John is getting frequently the urine. Maybe my past illness is something. Present illness he have written. Okay, this guy is worried about so and so problem. So he is having this. Let it be hypertension or this and this. But doctor is going to take the history of present illness. See. Zoom here. See. History of present illness. You need to write in the shortcut forms. Okay. Don't forget to write in shortcut forms. And the next one is history of the past illness. The doctor is going to ask you the past illness also, because all the diseases are not as you welcomed them. There are some diseases which will come from the genetic, from the family also. So I mean to tell you is, you need to take the history of the present illness and history of the past illness. Just put here the dot, history of, see, is H/O P.AI. So this is a history of past illness. So you are taking the past history of the patient so that you can easily diagnose. There are some diseases which need the time. They ask you the time also, from which, how many years, from how many months. It's all described here. The next we will go for the provisional diagnosis. What you're confirming, whether he's having a malarial fever, whether he's having a RTI infection, respiratory tract infection, is having UTI infection, urinary tract infection. So this is the diagnosis. So whenever you find, if you find in the diagnosis is a case of RTI case, it's a surgical case, right? So is going to send the patient into the critical care. No, if the provisional diagnosis is malarial, so your doctor, this doctor itself only is going to diagnose the case and is going to give the prescription and tablets and everything, whatever is required. But if the case is not handled by this doctor, he is up close, he will be advice of the doctor of a particular department. Let it be nephrology, let it be pulmonology, nephrology, gastrology, GIT, cardiology, and so on, etc., etc., etc. And after that, whenever the patient comes to a doctor, I think after asking the details, he is going to take you the vitals. What are the vitals? Beats per minute of the heart, which is called PR, means pulse rate, which is also called as HR, which is called heart rate. And doctor is going to ask you, like, if you are having the hypertension, is going to put the tick mark here. Is going to put the tick mark, and SpO2 maintain should be like 98%. If it is below 90% or 85%, then there is a problem in the respiratory. So in the respiratory, mainly we need to concentrate on the respiratory rate, like how many beats per minute. See, whenever you wanted to just diagnose this, whenever you wanted to just take the vitals of the respiratory rate, put your hand on chest, keep the time, count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So per minute, it has to be 44. Okay. If it is decreasing or increasing, if it is more, maybe in the asthma situation, you can observe this. So people who are having asthma, their respiratory rate should be somewhat more. So diagnose this, don't forget, okay? So this is the heart rate, hypertension, lung saturation. It means the amount of air it's going inside and the water content everywhere, everything. And BAE, bilateral air entry. Bilateral air entry. See, it's called BAE, bilateral air entry through bronchus is normal or not. We have to check. Yes, it's normal. Is the patient is going to have the diabetes mellitus type 1 or type 2? If it is yes, diagnose. Give the prescription. If you are a diabetologist, but you are a general physician who have completed your intense of the internal medicine, you can easily prescribe and you can handle the case and you can close over there. So let's, after knowing the vitals of the patient and advice of the doctor, anything, if the case is handled by you, you can give the prescription. It means treatment. Let it be if there is any acidity, antacids, antiemetics, antipyretic drugs, and this all you are going to learn, which you are going to learn your upcoming pharmacological topics, and no need to worry, I am going to teach all this. And the next one is treatment given to the patient, like you are giving the treatment and this. So discharge summary is very important, guy. This discharge summary will help the other hospital doctor to know the patient came with what situation to my hospital. See, there are some hospital which the people can't even give money more and more, but they don't want to take in that hospital. If you are a doctor and if you are a true doctor and if you are writing the situation of the discharge summary in a true manner, that patient going to be get well treatment in other hospitals, like where he can get his treatment with less money. So less money can get. So your discharge summary should be perfect, like what you have done to the patient. Patient came in what situation and what are the prescriptions that you have given. So what treatment you have given. So what are the diagnostics that you have given. What are the blood reports. What is the biochemistry. What is the serological report. And this all should be perfect in a manner that if the patient goes to the other hospital, there is another guy who is in the situation of in your place and he can understand very well by you are describing your discharge summary. So guys, see, let's again, this is the definition of the internal medicine. You can take the screenshot of that so that you won't be confused. Let you know what is internal medicine. So again I'm telling, if you are studying internal medicine, no need to worry about the other subjects. Concentrate on internal medicine. Okay. See again, what this internist is going to do. Internist is going to do diagnose and manage the diseases involving any of the organ system. Of course, I have told you the all organ systems are specially trained to manage the seriously ill patient suffering from advanced illness and or diseases of more than one system. Of course, internist is having a capacity of dealing with many branches, many organ systems of our body, a human body, okay? And the main thing you need to know is note. See, these interns provide care in an office setting, in hospitals, and on a continuing ambulatory basis. What's called ambulatory basis. The medicine student, if he is thorough in internal medicine, he can just rock the subject. Let it be pathology, let it be anything, let it be biochemistry, let it be anatomy, anything you can rock. Neurological cases also you can rock. But the thing is, you be thorough with internal medicine. But see, all universities having the respective books for their libraries. So guys, I mean to suggest you is, you can read your university's library books also. But as soon as you need to have a other schedule for internal medicine and the surgical book also. Okay, surgical book and in internal medicines. Today I am going to post in which my group Johnny Tutorials for Karke, Zaporozhye and Dnipropetrovsk, Sumy, Bogomolets and this all. Okay, no need to be worried. So I'll be posting these books, whatever the internal medicine and whatever the surgery books that you have to read to be in the group. So thank you. So this is the case history. No need to be worried. Just have the idea of this case history, and you are no need to be worried and no need to be get panic. You can study these subjects after your Croc 1 also slowly. Okay. Thank you so much. Keep following my channel Johnny Tutorials, and please do subscribe, share. Thank you so much. All the best for your examinations, Croc 1.